Next on Good Morning El Paso, the manhunt is over for the suspect accused of shooting a sports anchor familiar to the borderland. The latest on the hour-long standoff with police.
Will Lady Luck strike in tonight's Powerball lottery? Today's the last day to get in on the 5th largest jackpot in U.S. history. Also,
Kayla has touched the heart of the world. The world grieves with us.
A family is in grief after it was confirmed that ISIS has murdered hostage Kayla Mueller. The details of her life in captivity.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
hold on to your hats, everyone. Some strong winds are making their way to the borderland later today.
That's why our Storm Track weather team issued a first alert. This is a live look from our downtown camera. The winds don't look too strong right now, but they are expected to increase later today. A very good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. Let's get straight to Crystal Cly and get the expert's opinion on all this wind.
And our expert opinion is it's going to be windy most of the day, night, and even into your Thursday. Your first alert is in effect because of those strong wind gusts as a cold front passes our area. Temperatures will actually drop too, and we'll see a slight chance of rain tonight. You have a wind advisory in effect through the night. Tonight, we're also looking at those strongest gusts hitting parts of our area, mostly along western mountain slopes. As for your temperatures this morning, conditions are a little better off. 46 degrees in El Paso. It feels like 42, thanks to winds at just 7 miles per hour. Las Cruces also has 7-mile-per-hour winds with a feel-like temperature of 34 outside. The thing is, with this cold front moving through, by tomorrow morning we may actually be down to 34 in some places. We'll talk about how low temps go with that cold front coming up.
All right, Crystal, thank you so much. It is 6:02. Developing now, a man wanted in the shooting of a San Diego sports anchor has surrendered to police. Authorities say 54-year-old Mike Montana surrendered after a standoff that lasted for hours at a home in El Cajon. CBS News 8 sports director Kyle Kraska was shot and wounded outside his homes in Scripps Ranch yesterday. He actually used to work here at ABC7. He was our sports director in the 90s. You can see him here in the photo. He's the one on the left with the mustache. Kraska has since had surgery and is reporting to be in good condition at this time, according to the station where he works.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says Texas can't pull back now when it comes to patrolling the border with Mexico in South Texas. He says he will back a proposal by newly elected Governor Greg Abbott. That will ask for $12 million to extend the National Guard deployment through May. El Paso State Senator Democrat Jose Rodriguez had this to say about the proposal.
I've always believed personally that comprehensive immigration reform is border security, because to the extent you can bring people out of the shadows, give them a work permit.
The immigrant influx from Central America last summer is why the National Guard troops were called in as a response to begin with. And now to the latest between El Paso Children's Hospital and University Medical Center. The Board of Managers met yesterday to continue those negotiations between Children's and UMC, but for the second meeting in a row, no action was taken. A spokesman told us that the debt continues to grow at a rate of $33,000 a day. That's an amount which Children's has disputed.
The Board of Managers met in executive session, have discussed more of the details regarding that relationship as far as the way ahead, and that's about all I can tell you right now. We are still looking forward to progress on that issue.
At the meeting, UMC announced it's expanding its social media presence with new Twitter and Instagram accounts. A spokesman says it's to keep the community informed.
A man found guilty of killing 3 people in Las Cruces will not be getting an appeal. Yesterday, the New Mexico Supreme Court upheld the conviction of Eugene Gino Ferry. In 2013, he was found guilty of killing Gil and Helga DeLille and their business partner, Peter Wythe. Ferry cited 8 different issues in appealing his convictions, saying certain pieces of evidence were admissible, but the Supreme Court ended up upholding his conviction. A Las Cruces man is behind bars for allegedly beating up his girlfriend. 29-year-old David Aceves is charged with kidnapping and aggravated battery. Authorities say he punched and kicked the woman and then dragged her into a restroom where he continued to beat her. When police arrived, officers reported hearing the woman scream. She had bruises on her neck and face. Aceves was arrested and also charged with a parole violation.
This morning, we mark the death of the fourth American hostage killed by ISIS. Kayla Mueller's family received proof from ISIS that she is indeed dead. ABC's Valle has the very latest developing right now.
The grieving family of Kayla Mueller releasing new details of her 18 months in captivity as they now try to accept her death.
Kayla has touched the heart of the world. The world grieves with us.
The 26-year-old from Arizona, captured by ISIS militants while working to help war refugees, managed to smuggle out a letter to her family. Just the thought of you all, she wrote, sends me into a fit of tears.
They tried to silence her. They locked her up. They kept us silent out of fear. But now she's free.
Over the weekend, her ISIS captors sent her family pictures of her body after claiming that she died in a Jordanian airstrike. U.S. officials deny the claim and blame ISIS for her death. Sources involved in an attempt to rescue her tell ABC News she was given to a senior ISIS leader as a kind of bride or reward. Mueller wrote her family that she was not giving up. I have a lot of fight left inside of me. I am not breaking down, and I will not give in, no matter how long it takes. President Obama, in an interview with BuzzFeed, said the U.S. did everything possible to save her, except pay a ransom.
It's as tough as anything that I do, having conversation with parents who understandably want, by any means necessary, for their children to be safe.
The 3 other Americans held hostage by ISIS were all beheaded. Mueller was never mentioned or shown in any of those brutal execution videos. Officials say they don't know how or when she died. Valle, ABC News, Washington.
A chance for El Pasoans to see Pope Francis in person is becoming a reality.
ABC 7's Luke Liddon is live to explain. Luke.
Stephanie and Hillary, the diocese is working with Canterbury pilgrimages and tours to help El Pasoans fly to Philadelphia to see the Pope himself. But it's not going to be cheap. The cost per person is nearly $1,900, along with the $400 deposit if you are interested in securing a room for that trip. That includes fees for a round-trip flight, breakfast each day, 2 meals, along with historic sightseeing tours in that area. Not only that, but this will also be the first time the Pope will appear at the Capitol and address both the Senate and the House in person. A large turnout is expected.
We're really expecting to see large crowds out there. So you may be a little bit far away, but I'm sure Philadelphia is going to have large screens and an opportunity for you to get as close as you possibly can.
The trip is still a while away as it's planned from September 22nd to the 28th, but if you are interested, they recommend to book your deposit as soon as possible. Ladies, back to you.
All right, Luke, thank you so much. And it is 6:08, and now we're taking a look at traffic at US 54 in Trans Mountain in northeast El Paso. Looks pretty quiet still. Traffic does look like it's picking up, but no problems to report this morning. Of course, we'll keep an eye on traffic throughout the morning for you.
Comedy Central earlier this year already lost the popular Stephen Colbert of The Colbert Report.
And now another favorite is leaving. Why Jon Stewart says he is saying goodbye to The Daily Show.
And it was supposed to be finished by later this month, but apparently that's not going to happen.
When can we expect the renovations at the San Jacinto Plaza to be complete?
And we'll check in with Crystal, who is tracking some winds heading our way right now.
And how high will they go is the big question. We're going to look at that. Plus, I've got your future track model. We're looking at rain chances tonight. It's after your break.
This is ABC 7, where news comes first.